That's not... Let me try that again. That's not a horse. I'm trying to do it in an Australian accent. I can't do it. What's an Australian accent sound like?
I don't know.
That's not...
That's British.
Okay. That's not...
Still British.
Well, how do Australians say not?
That's not.
No, you can't do it either. That's not.
That's not a horse.
I was gonna... Oh, I hit the button with my thumb.
Fuck, well I guess we're dying.
Okay. How would you do... How would you do in Australia? Hold on, the theme song's playing again. Fucking A, speaking of Australians. Like the longest theme songs in the world. What is this shit? Bum, 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 Matt, can you make a shorter version? That's not... I'm trying to do it. I was gonna... This is the bit I was gonna do.
Okay.
I was gonna say, that's not a horse. This is a horse.
This is a horse?
And then I hit play.
And then our podcast starts?
It's...
The implication is that our podcast is a horse?
The implication, I guess, is it's just a horse joke.
What way is it
It's a
joke?
throwback to our day one listeners who might remember 2 episodes ago where we played that Simpsons clip from that Crocodile Dundee clip.
Yeah.
That's not a knife. This is a fucking knife.
It's not.
Is it not? Yours sucked. Let me hear yours. You suck at Australian. We're going to have Matt on the show and do this shit. Can anyone teach me to say that's not a horse, this is a horse in a fucking Australian
accent, please?
I would really appreciate that.
I'll pay you $5.
I'll pay you $5. I guess it would still be dollars.
Yeah, Australian dollars.
Australian dollars.
Yeah.
Is their currency good?
How the fuck would I know?
What's the USD to Australian conversion?
To AUD conversion.
AUD.
This is thrilling content.
It's roughly the same.
Oh.
Australian dollar is $1.39 per $1.
That's not roughly the same at all.
Is it not?
No.
Let me see if I gave Matt hold on. If I gave Matt $20, yeah, wow, I'd give him almost 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's almost $1.50 actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
A beautiful intro. Beautiful. I was trying to do it in an accent.
Beautiful. That's British.
I don't know how to do not a British accent because you've been staying here too long. If we really want to get to the meat and bones of it, I've been spending too much time with you.
If you try to do an Australian accent, it comes out British, and if I try to do one, it comes out
Southern or
weird American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a wife. This is a wife.
This is a wife.
Welcome to All the Space in Between. My name's Mitch.
My name's Billy. Welcome. That wife thing was really funny to me.
Was it? Yeah, you're tickled with it. I could see that. Beautiful intro by Soul Smog. As
Beautiful.
always, the intro was beautiful, and it was done by look
Soul
at
Smog.
that, an Australian. So everything with this podcast actually makes a lot of sense. When you really
Even the horse thing.
The horse thing is just
Okay.
It will make sense in a bit. How about that? You're looking at me and I'm looking at you. It will make sense in a bit. Huh?
Okay.
A spoiler?
A teaser?
A teaser.
The teaser is just the word horse.
The teaser's the word horse.
Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is an advice podcast where we answer emails every single week. You send us emails. We sniff through each of those emails and see which ones catch our fancy.
Which ones are the most delectable?
And
Pick of the week.
we crunch into them and try our darndest to give advice, or just sometimes we're just updated on shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's an updated email. Or, sorry, sometimes it's an update email. Do you want to throw the whole episode back? I feel actually.
Do you want to throw it back? And by it, I mean the episode.
I want that episode to throw it in a circle all the way back to the 0 mark. And I'd like to do this whole shit again. I've been taking Valerian root as of the last couple days.
Yeah.
Valerian has played such a positive impact in my life to the point where the little favicon, only nerds will know what that is, but the little favicon on flatsound.org is actually a Valerian plant.
It is this little Pixel Valerian.
Yeah. And I sell the Valerian tea in my, not tea like you drink, the Valerian t-shirt in my shop.
Yeah, which has a drawing of the Valerian plant
Yeah,
on
an
it.
old medical drawing of a Valerian plant. So, given that I've been so anxious and weird lately.
You have been weird.
I've
been acting like a freak, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're bringing it up, actually.
I've been bad. And it feels good to say out loud. I've been taking Valerian and never experienced any type of like effective, because it's used to treat insomnia. But I'm like, I don't really think it works for that. And it says like, don't operate heavy machinery after you take. I was like, dude, it's an herb. Get fucked. And I took some this morning and it ruined my day.
It didn't ruin your day. You had a nice day.
I had this very sleepy day.
Yeah,
I slept, took some, slept more.
Yeah.
Was not enough, and felt like I needed to force my eyes open for like hours.
You've been out of it, admittedly. Yeah. It's funny because you're the kind of person who, like, you don't take any, like, pharmaceutical kind of medicine.
Anything unless I have to.
No, Mitch won't even take a painkiller. He doesn't take
I have to be really in pain, and I'll take like a quarter of one, and you know what? It works.
Yeah, because your tolerance is so
My tolerance
low.
is nothing.
Yeah, Mitch doesn't take any kind of, like, what would you call it? Like pharmaceutical medical, like chemical medicines, you know. You only will take kind of herbal stuff sometimes.
You're making me sound like like an essential oils mom, and I'm not. So let's throw that out there. I'm not, and I believe in medicine.
No, I know you believe in medicine,
okay.
but you just don't take it. But you also don't have much cause to take it. Like, it's not like, you know, I have like asthma. You wouldn't be like, don't take your inhaler, honey.
No, don't take that. Yeah, that's just big pharma trying to get to you. You're like wheezing.
Yeah, no, you're not. He's not anti-medicine. He just doesn't.
I'm very pro
take
medicine.
It just doesn't take any himself. If you can solve it with a herbal thing, then you will.
Yeah.
But it's funny because you obviously like believe in it to some extent. You're like, yeah, if I'm sick, I'll take golden seal. I'll take turmeric. If I'm anxious, I'll take valerian root. You know. But also,
I'm a witch doctor.
You read like the warning on the back that's like may make you drowsy. And you're like, fuck off! It's a plant. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
It's a placebo. So you both like believe in it and don't.
Yeah, I'll think it's bullshit. Is witch doctor an offensive term?
It might be.
Huh.
Feels like it could be.
I think, yeah, because I said it and was immediately like, haven't said that since the 90s.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. Probably redact that. But I don't want to censor it.
Just kind of a Wizard of the Woods.
There we go.
Yeah. Kind of vibe.
My father was an herbalist.
Yeah.
And he raised me to be very like, go to the doctor when you need to. But if you're just this, take some golden seal.
Yeah, if you're a little under the weather. Yeah, for sure.
And it's worked wonders on me. So I continue to do that now. And Valerian, man, it really had an impact on me today. The whole day, I was like, I feel like I'm sedated.
Yeah, I guess this shit is real. Yeah. Also, yeah, apparently I can't take it because I'm on SSRIs. So
yeah, I was very pro everybody taking it when I first found out about it, and I sell the Valerian shirt in my shop and stuff, and it's really had a positive impact in my life, helping me sleep, help with the anxiety and stuff. It's just one of those supplements, along with like Skull Cap I used to take when I was younger, and Lemon Balm is a really popular one. Passion Flower, I think, is another one that people take a lot of. We're getting ready to try some magnesium this week because it apparently has a really positive effect. But I want to jump in front of it and say research this shit first, because my God, it turns out you shouldn't take Valerian when you're on an SSRI.
Yeah, because it will like magnify that drowsy, sleepy effect a lot. Like, or at least you shouldn't do it without like talking to your doctor first.
Yeah. So don't even. Just skip past what you just heard. Just forget what you just heard. We're not doctors. But the point is, my brain is slow as shit today.
The point is, you took Valerian for 2 days, and now you're out of it. You're a space cadet.
I'm not here.
You're not here right
not
now.
Here, but I'm ready.
You're floating on a cloud somewhere.
But I'm ready to give advice.
Yeah. How good that advice will be, we'll see.
And how good will I read said advice? I don't know.
What if you read amazing?
What if I read so good on Valerian? Here's another ridiculous thing I'm doing currently, though, this week before we get into this. I'm drinking copious amounts of alkaline water.
Yes.
That's just another, like, weird hippie thing I'm doing this week. I'm drinking so much, like, high alkaline water because I heard, just someone told me, a neighbor whispered it. I
a little
overheard.
birdie told me.
Apparently, it's really good for acid reflux. And a lot of people swear by it. It's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll try it. And so far, it's been doing really good.
It's delicious water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also expensive, so get out of here with that. Should I read the first question?
Yes, please. First email.
First email, I should say.
Yeah.
It's called Always Check Your Pickles for Secrets. And it goes, Hi, podcasters with a capital ass. Here's a follow-up to my last email. Yes, I am 26. You two are witches.
So this is from the email that we read last week.
Where we predicted this. Me, really.
Yeah.
I was like, this person's 20. They sound 26 to me. And
Yeah.
it was somebody in the Discord who was 26.
Yes.
Yes, I'm 26. You two are witches. Thanks for letting me hog that last episode. And anyways, here's the maggot story. So another thing at the end of during the last episode, they said they referenced themselves eating maggots one time. We're like, we'd love to hear that story. This is that story. Here's the maggot story. Like most gross stories, it happened in a Walmart. I was 7 and my mom promised me one candy if I didn't run off and hide behind cereal boxes or paper towels until security tracked me down. I got a Reese's peanut butter cup and would have gobbled it instantly, but it was weird. It had holes in it. Because I was a kid, I tested its weirdness by shoving half of it in my mouth. It tasted fine until the chocolate dissolved on my tongue and I felt something move. Well, a lot of things, actually. I looked at the other half of the candy and watched as little white bodies writhed out of the chocolate holes. Once I saw the maggots, I swallowed reflexively. I gagged and tried spitting up the maggots, but they were already wriggling inside me. I ran to the cashier and started spitting into the trash can next to him. My mom asked what I was doing, and I yelled, "There's worms in it," and displayed my tainted Reese's. Unfortunately, I didn't puke out live maggots into a Walmart cashier's personal trash can. I tossed half into the trash and kept the other half within. I didn't eat candy for a week after. A week. I didn't eat candy for. I would have been off it for good. I didn't eat candy for a week after, and to this day, I still check chocolates for pesky holes. I would have stopped that habit if this didn't happen a second time. I had a Butterfingers 3 years later, and that was full of juicy, lively maggots. I didn't eat any that time. Sincerely, Maggoty Max.
Wow.
Wow and ew.
That's disgusting. Thank you for that. That was absolutely horrid to listen to.
I've never had this happen to me. But part of the reason I wanted to read it is because it's gross. But also, my best friend,
Yeah.
Jordan, when we were growing up, we were at, there's this local like family fun center. It's called Boomers. It used to be called Bullwinkle World.
Oh, yeah. It like Rocky and Bullwinkle themed,
It was like a family fun center that had like mini golf and bumper boats and go-karts, and the inside was an arcade, and there was, what's that called? A skee ball. And a whole bunch of those games. But it was Bullwinkle themed.
Not like, Rocky, just Bullwinkle.
He was there.
He was there, but Bullwinkle was the main star of the show.
Maybe it was called Rocky and Bullwinkle World?
I don't know.
Couldn't imagine them just calling it Bullwinkle World. Yeah. That's crazy.
We found recently, like, not recently, actually, it was like 2 years ago, we found in the recent years a token from Bullwinkle World. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
In like a box full of coins.
There
was just
like,
randomly a Bullwinkle World token in it from the 90s.
Anyway, we were there.
Yeah.
When we were pretty young. We were probably in middle school. And they used to do this thing where for $5, you get an all-day pass, and you get to do anything you want. You get to ride the go-karts and play mini golf and do the bumper boats.
For $5?
As much as you want for $5. And as well as that, they open up, the top floor is an arcade. It's not just like skee ball and stuff. It's an actual like arcade with arcade machines that you don't have to pay for to play. And you can just play it all day.
That's an insane deal.
So Jordan and I were all fucking over it.
No wonder it went out of business.
I know.
Too good of a deal.
Right. And that was fun as hell. That was so fun because we were just like, oh my God, let's just go do this like every day this summer. Like this rules because, you know, we were playing like Tekken in the Simpsons arcade game over and over again.
Yeah.
For $5. And then we'd go play mini golf for $5.
For the same $5?
Yes.
It was like a mini golf?
It was just one thing you wore on your wrist.
I don't believe this.
Well, believe it, baby. $5. Oh wait, maybe it was 10. Yeah, you know what? It was called $10 Tuesday. I just remembered. It was definitely $10 Tuesday.
So you could only do it on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not an everyday thing. It was like a summer thing that they introduced. It's called $10 Tuesday.
Okay.
And you go there and for $10,
That's still
arcade,
crazy.
open, so much mini golf. Anyway, the stuff downstairs were just like things you still had to pay for, like skee ball and the other people that went that were paying. One of them was a claw machine that had candy in it. And it was like there was like scraps left. This thing was full of candy.
Yeah.
It's no longer full of candy. There's only some stuff in the corners and stuff.
What kind of candy?
Oh, just like shit you'd get on Halloween. Just like not just like small like fun sized things. You know?
Yeah.
And Jordan, for some, because he's insane, was just like, I want that, even though, again, it's like bottom of the, it was like, you could see the bottom.
Literally the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, it was full, and it's no longer full.
Yeah.
So he plays the claw machine, he wins some fucking candy, and he opens it up, and it's just, there's maggots there's so many maggots. I don't quite remember. We're going to actually see Jordan tomorrow, so I'll ask him. I don't quite remember if he took a bite. I kind of remember him taking a bite.
Oh my God.
But I don't know if he actually took a bite. And he saw it and there was maggots all over it. And the employees of this place were going nuts. They were like, oh, let's take that from you and let's just put that in the trash. And what do you want? Pizza? We'll get you some pizza right now. And a drink? Let's get you a drink. So Jordan was
Anything, please don't tell anyone about it.
Yeah. He was just like, cool, thank you.
How do maggots get inside like a sealed thing like that, though?
I don't know. Actually, it's so funny that I was like, I have a related story. This happened to Jordan once, and I don't quite know if one time I drank maggots.
You did drink. This is what I thought you were going to tell. I thought you were going to tell me about the time you drank maggots.
Yeah. No. This is about Jordan, and I don't quite remember if he did it or not.
But it wasn't candy.
It wasn't candy, and it was sealed.
How did they stay alive for so long?
They're maggots.
I don't know.
That's the answer.
They're maggots. What can you say? Okay.
Yeah, they were in the candy, and they were extremely like, oh, let's take that from you, and let's just give you a pizza and a drink. You want a drink? We'll get you a drink, bud. Come on. And we're like in middle school, and he's just like, cool. And he walks up to his mom, and he's like, he has the pizza and the drink and stuff. She's like, where did you get that? And
he's like, hey, maggot.
We must have been actually younger than middle school if we were there with his mommy. But I remember his mom saying, like, where did you get that? And he was just like, well, there was maggots in the thing. And she was like, why did you not tell me? Why did you not, will you just let these people bribe you? Where's the candy? It's gone? Fuck,
it's gone.
Jordan. I walked away with
thousands of dollars.
With an out-of-court settlement. God damn.
And you came out with a slice of cold pizza.
Yeah. Some
cold amusement park pizza.
Yeah, some Rocky and Bullwinkle pizza. And a watered-down Dr. Pepper. And he said, I'm good.
Fountain Dr. Pepper, yeah. Thank you.
Really quickly, though, not to talk too much. But...
Not to talk too much on this podcast.
But, yeah, I kind of actually wanted to sleep soon. So I was going to let you talk while I take a
quick 40 winks, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've told this on the radio show. I've told this on the podcast even, but we've been doing this for a few years. But just as a reminder, when I was in high school, I was drinking Ovaltine. You know what Ovaltine is?
Yes. It's like a malt drink,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine like a powdered chocolate milk, but instead of chocolate, it's malt.
It's like Horlicks for people in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was drinking Ovaltine, and it was in the pantry. And, it's really humid in California. It gets humid, and then it gets cold, and it gets humid again.
Yeah.
So this
Gets
Ovaltine,
hot and sticky and damp here.
This Ovaltine was very hard. When I was like, oh no, it went hard. So in high school, I was like, well, I best not throw it away. I'm just gonna chisel away at it with a spoon.
Yeah, what it is like turned into a rock, basically.
Yeah, and I just kind of scraped it and chiseled it until there was enough for me to get.
Yeah.
And I put it into the cup and I stirred it up. And I drank some. And it wasn't until I got far enough into the glass that I could actually see the bottom of it that I noticed quite a bit of maggots.
Ah!
And right at that moment, I feel one. I catch one on my tongue. And I spit it out into my hand, and I see what it is. I don't think they were moving, but they were maggots.
I don't know if that makes it that much better.
No.
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 I wasn't like, oh, good.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
I finished the drink.
Yeah. Oh, nothing to worry about. Dead
God.
maggots.
I thought they were alive.
Okay, but wait. What do you think do you think they were dead in the Ovaltine, or do you think they died as a result of you pouring boiling water on them?
Oh, it wasn't hot.
It's cold
Ovaltine? I had it cold. You can do that.
Huh.
I did it. And look at me.
Look at me drinking dead maggots. Like a freak. What the fuck?
I specifically remember it was cold.
Okay, but they still could have drowned.
I suppose.
And do you think they were already dead, or do you think that you killed them?
I think they were dead.
In the thing?
I think so.
Ooh, how long?
I don't know.
Impossible to tell.
It was actually my great-grandfather's Ovaltine. So it's hard to say.
It's actually Ovaltine that I found inside the walls of my 1942 home. Yeah.
Yeah, it's next to just like a bunch of razors, that are kind of behind a wall.
Yeah. That's funny. I've eaten a couple maggots.
Let's hear about that.
Not on purpose. Never in candy though. One time, I didn't eat frozen broccoli for about 10 years because of a time that I had a broccoli, a frozen one. I microwaved it. Mm-hmm. I was eating it. I was like, weird. It has the texture of like a sponge when I'm looking at it, because I like bit into one and I was like, weird texture.
That is already so gross to me.
Yeah.
Knowing that it was the result of maggots, that is so gross to me. Like ugh.
Holes in it. Yeah. And then I kind of pressed it and like some little worms came out. Ugh! Dead, obviously, because they've been microwaved and frozen. So maybe they were cryogenically preserved, I don't know. But there were worms inside of it. And I get, they're just mass harvesting vegetables. They don't know if it's got maggot in it or not.
No, they're not
but
checking.
It really, I would not eat a frozen broccoli for the longest time. I've only just started again, to be honest.
Yeah, you wouldn't eat a frozen broccoli for years. Years,
yeah.
I didn't have Ovaltine for a good amount of time after that.
This person
this guy waited a week.
I didn't eat candy for 1 week.
I'm surprised you weren't.
A kid.
Yeah, for sure. But still, even as a kid, I think even especially as a kid, I'd be off that. But it's hard to be off candy as a kid.
Well, you might say to me like, "Oh no, what a shame! You couldn't eat broccoli." And you're underestimating the amount that I love broccoli.
Yeah, it's good.
Top 10 foods as a child was broccoli, definitely.
But most kids' top 10 foods are candy.
Yeah.
I was like fully addicted to candy when I was a kid. I would think about it. I'd crave it.
I've also when I was actually still now, but like when I was a kid specifically, we used to go like blackberry picking a lot in the autumn, because like blackberry's just a weed in the UK and in Ireland,
Yeah.
It's along every fucking street. There's so many. You just walk around with a bucket and just fucking collect it,
I feel bad for the people who like haven't accidentally grown a giant blackberry patch that has gone over,
that's taken over the whole garden. Yeah.
Because that happens. So like if only they weren't covered in thorns, they'd be perfect.
Terrifying, painful thorns.
They'd be perfect. But if you've like grown blackberries before, you know that it just spills out into everything. Yeah. And it just really does grow like a weed.
I've never grown them on purpose.
No, never.
Yeah,
ever.
I've had them in every garden I've ever been in.
And they rule.
I never planted them, and they're just there. And especially in Ireland, they're all along like, the roads where my family lives. It's like country roads. It's kind of like hedges, and just blackberries. But yeah, we used to go around picking them with a bucket, and if we're on a bike ride, then we just stop and just eat some, like, as we're going along. Just pick them off, eat them, chuck them in the mouth. quite a few times I would bite into one because I like to see like the texture of it. And there'd be a little white worm in there. A tiny, not a maggot, just a tiny, tiny white worm. But I was not afraid of those at all, and it didn't stop me from doing it.
No, I've eaten a lot of... I'd probably be afraid of it now, honestly.
Well, I looked it up kind of recently, and people would say, yeah, that worm's not going to do it. That worm, you digest it. You know, it dies as soon as it hits your stomach. It's tiny, tiny white worm. And it wasn't, like, infested with them. There's just one's just made its way in there. And hey, who am I to judge? You live in the bush. Right. I'm trespassing. Yeah.
I also did a lot of picking fresh blackberries and eating them. And I must have just ingested so many bugs as a child.
Yeah.
And I was fine.
Yeah.
But if we had a blackberry bush right now in the backyard, I'd wash that shit.
But you wash all your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wash it a whole bunch now.
You do. I don't.
Yeah. I'm also like a huge hypochondriac.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, there is that.
Would you wash your candy?
Huh?
Your candy.
Your
Reese's peanut butter cup. Would you wash it?
As a child?
Now.
Would I? No. No, I wouldn't. You spray it with like a disinfecting spray.
I have like some Lysol.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good. Anyway, thank you for your maggot story.
Thank you for your maggot story.
I'm so sorry to anyone who has a fear of maggots or that weird fear of holes, I guess, for the entire first portion of this episode where we've only talked about maggots and holes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. Apologies. But now we're done. Should we move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, you're sleepy, aren't you?
I'm not sleepy.
I'm not here.
No. Yeah, I'm not here, if that's what you're asking. You mind if I just lay fully down?
You're gonna lay flat?
I'm gonna lay flat.
Okay, lay flat. Put your foot on me.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I hope the arm doesn't squeak.
Too late.
Jesus Christ, every time I move it even slightly. Okay, but I have to move it toward my mouth.
Okay. To get that crisp audio quality.
Okay.
He's fully laying down now.
Read the question.
Read the question? Okay. This one is called Scrape My Willy, No Advice Needed.
Oh, I wanted to read this one. This one's funny as hell.
No, well, you can't.
I can read it. Why can't I read it?
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, give me my phone.
Read it from mine.
Yeah, I don't want to touch your phone.
What? Ew, this phone's old.
This one's called Scraped My Willy, No Advice Needed. And it goes, "Hey, what's up?" Which I think is a cool way to start an email. "Hey, what's up? I hope the title isn't too off-putting, but I really just wanted to tell this story, and I don't really think it's one that constitutes the need for advice. I had someone over today because they wanted to meet my cat, and for the first half hour or so, it's cool, we're just hanging out. Then bam, next thing I know, we're swapping spit, looking deep into each other's eyes, grabbing each other's hair, etc., etc. We didn't complete the deed, no sir, because this was literally the first time I'd ever seen them in person, and frankly, I don't roll that way. So anyway, and y'all really got to stick with me for this next part, we do the next best thing, dry humping. We're going at it, you know. I won't go too into detail, but after a while of that, we're both just kind of like, nice, awesome, now what? We went to get boba and skateboard a bit, and at the park, I'm feeling a little weird down there, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I go to the restroom, and on my willy is a fat scrape, like I got rug burn or some shit. I'm not really used to dry humping, so obviously I did it wrong, I guess, because it felt like my member was falling off. Not really, it was more uncomfortable than painful. So now I'm like, goddamn, not gonna be using this thing for a while. 40 minutes later, we're back at my place, swapping spit, dry humping. In the back of my head, I was like, it's only gonna get worse. And boy, was I fucking right. They left a while ago, and I was kind of trying to figure out what to do when I got the worst stomach pain ever. That's where I'm writing this email from, the toilet. Unable to pass even the slightest gas. I have a feeling I ate too much. coupled with the fact that I'm kind of lactose intolerant, that boba is running a number on me. So like I said, not really sure I need advice. I guess maybe you could just tell me not to dry hump ever again. This bad boy is going to be out of commission for a while, both because of the scrape and because of this unbearable stomach pain. Deuces, and then a name that I'm so afraid is their real name, so I won't say it. Deuces, this person's name. P.S. I love you guys.
Yeah. What a quandary to have.
Yeah, so let's jump right into the advice. What you gotta do is lotion your member up. Sorry, I'm laying flat with my eyes closed, so this is just stream of consciousness shit. But every time I got in a rash when I dry hump. Okay. When's the last time you dry humped anyone? Weeks? Next question. Who was it? Third question, can I watch?
Oh my god. When is the last time? I don't know. Couple years, I guess.
Couple years.
I don't know.
I guess so.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
And we don't really dry hump.
No.
But we don't really have a physical relationship. Yeah, we've never like...
It's more of an intellectual, platonic pairing.
Yeah, we kind of lay in bed and wax poetic about...
I'm one of those fucking... What's
what
that?
Are they called?
What's that Tumblr sexuality?
Oh, what is it? The one where you're just like, love books.
Where you're like, oh, to fuck a book. Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, fuck, I don't remember what it's called. Sapiosexual.
Yeah. I'm like a sapiosexual.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It means I want to get throated by a book.
Spread it.
I want to...
Spread those pages, baby.
It means you and I might not be physically together.
Yeah.
But in the nighttime, I kind of get with a Webster's dictionary. Pin it down.
Amazing.
What was the question?
I don't remember.
There's
dry humping.
Yeah, dry humping.
Dry humping.
Yeah,
of course. I don't know. I've done it a bit with a friend. I used to do it with partners, but I haven't since I was like a teenager.
Yeah, now that I'm like a eunuch.
Yeah.
And it's completely smooth down there like a Ken doll. It just doesn't feel as good. No, I don't really, it's just, I have sex, you know? That's the, that's the thing that feels good. So that's what I do.
But what?
Dry humping when you're, younger though, when you're a teen or when you're like just getting to know someone. Unfortunately, we kind of blew past the dry humping stage.
Me and you?
Yeah. Yeah, we went right upstairs and put on an episode of Bob's Burgers. And we were inside each other in like 20 seconds. But when I was younger, I'd dry hump people. Why not?
He's boldly coming out as a dry humper now.
I'm a dry humper.
Now. Yeah, fuck it, I'll say it.
I did it.
I've dry humped people.
And I'll do it.
Not you dry humped with people, but like you dry humped people.
Them.
You sound like a dog on someone's fucking leg, you know?
Someone has to get the can when I come around. They
Shake
rattle it loudly, yeah.
Spray you with water.
Hey,
get down.
Get off me. Get off the couch.
No, this is a common quandary, I think.
Is it?
Amongst dry humpers.
I don't understand how much...
You're creating a lot of friction, you know? You're asking for a rock burn.
I understand what chafing is and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But you're dry humping so much that it just hurts?
Yeah, I get you're making a lot of friction.
And you rub skin off?
I don't know.
Of your cock?
Yeah, that's what they're getting at, I believe.
Huh. From dry humping?
Yes.
On your dick?
On your dick, yeah. Is there anything else you need clearing up?
It's like chafing?
Shut up!
On your... Hold on, on your shaft? I don't get it. You're gonna have to.
Gonna have to demonstrate.
You're gonna have to whip my dick
I
out.
give you the harshest, most horrible through the bad side job.
It's probably like this. The next 20 minutes of the show is we go, yeah, no, that does hurt.
It's just like a.
Why don't you edit this part out? It's content. It's free. Why do you care? I like podcasting so much more when I'm laying down.
Yeah, you're wild when you're laying down.
You're crazy.
You're a little quirky.
I feel like when I'm sitting up,
Mm-hmm.
thinking about too much.
Okay.
When I'm laying down,
It's all just coming out, baby.
it's all just... The only thing I do when I lay down,
Uh-huh.
sleep,
Yeah.
play Minecraft.
Yeah.
I used to eat laying down. That's like the primary reason I have heartburn today. If I have silent reflux,
You should not eat laying
it's
down.
because I spent like
It
6
seems
years.
so difficult to do.
I had anxiety.
I
That's why I did it.
know it's why you did it, but it's funny because like it seems harder than the normal.
It is
thing.
harder.
Yeah, like, you're
But it
putting
ma-
yourself through like
It
an
made me
ordeal.
feel safe.
Safer. And now what? Good.
Now I have silent reflux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you have to drink alkaline water.
And it's expensive.
Yeah.
Like $2 a bottle.
Okay. Karen, what's the rest of the stuff that you do laying down?
Oh, gaming.
Yeah.
I already said that. Minecraft.
Yeah.
Dry
Humping.
humping. There was that.
Dry
yeah.
humping, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, podcasting.
Does dry humping infer the existence of wet humping?
I guess wet humping is just sex. wet humping is just fucking, isn't it?
Wet humping?
Wet humping is just sex.
But I thought just humping is sex.
No, I'm not humping a partner.
Neutral humping is... Well, no, I guess not. You can hump just something.
Yeah.
Whether it's whatever state of...
Yeah, you could be humping. Whatever.
Yeah, wet humping is just fucking.
I think we're thinking too much of like dry and wet being literal things. Like we can dry hump in a pool. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely dry humped somebody in a jacuzzi.
Have you?
Yeah.
You definitely have?
Yeah.
Like, you remember doing it? Or you're like, probably, and the probability is high enough that I can say that I have.
Yeah. The second one. I don't have a...
You don't remember doing it,
No,
but you're
but
like...
I've made out with people in
That
jacuzzis.
sounds like me.
I've like hooked up in jacuzzis and stuff. I've had sex in
Whoa.
a jacuzzi.
What?
Yeah.
I would never.
It sucks.
But I guess I have a vagina, so I'm like, no, jacuzzi water in my urethra?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
We were living life on the edge.
No, thank you.
So why yeah, if I've made out and I've had sex,
Just bragging at this
There-
point.
not in a jacuzzi, just period. Here's some shit I've done while laying down.
Humble brag
Made
much.
out, I've had sex.
Yeah.
If I've dry humped in a jacuzzi, it's still dry humping.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
Because we're wearing our thing. The thing that makes it dry humping is that there's layers in between you and the other person.
Like a condom.
No. If I'm wearing a condom, it's not dry humping.
Oh, like a dental dam.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's a layer in between.
Okay, a fabric layer.
A fabric non-silicone layer.
Yeah. It has to-
Non-latex layer.
Yeah, it can't be fit to a genital. So to be honest, in high school, my pants were so tight, it basically was. But if you're wearing clothes of some kind,
Yeah.
or swim trunks,
Okay.
or something,
Okay.
you could dry hump, even in your
Alright.
if you're in water.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that for
Good.
me. Good.
You know, I realized I never hit record. Can you believe that? We've just been sitting here having this conversation alone in a room with the two microphones that aren't even plugged in.
Listen, here's my solution. Put a condom on under the clothes. Underneath.
And then that'll stop with the friction.
It'll stop with the friction. Yeah, because the friction's going to be happening on the outside of the condom, and you're going to be protected in there.
So you just want him to be wearing a condom under his clothes.
What, they don't call it protection for nothing.
Yes, they do.
Stay protected, kids. That's what they mean by that. Is protected, like, from chafing.
Yeah. They mean always wear one.
Always be wearing a condom.
Yeah.
That's my advice. Constantly be wearing a condom.
Do you know how, first of all,
Yes.
and I say first because there are 3 points I'm about to
All right,
make.
you've prepared a multi-point presentation. Okay, first of all.
Firstly,
Yeah.
do you understand how humbling / traumatizing it is to wear a condom while soft?
No.
It sucks.
Obviously, I don't know
It's not
that
good.
experience. Why?
It's like ready to slip off. It's like it's not good.
Well, you gotta secure it. A little, like, hair tie or something.
Yeah, rubber band.
Yeah.
Some floss.
An elastic. Yeah.
So, unless you're hard the entire time, wearing a condom just under your clothes seems so miserable to me. Because then, I just hate it. I don't like it. I think it's bad advice to this person that, again, didn't ask for advice.
They specifically were like, no advice needed. But
Here's
here
what you
I am
do, bud. First of all,
what was your second point?
I didn't actually have two others,
Oh
but
my
I could think of some.
All right.
Firstly, it's emasculating.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's expensive.
Oh.
Which is why I'm against protected sex. Thirdly, condoms are a little lubey, are they not?
Yeah, I think so. Depending.
Having that on under my clothes is, no, it's just nasty.
Well, it's that, or it's the rug burn.
Rug burn.
You choose rug burn. You choose to get rug burn on your dick,
Then having a thin layer.
shaft, and penis.
Then having a thin layer of lube.
Yeah.
On your boxers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Fuck yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
He's raw dogging it.
I've never had it.
By raw dogging it, I mean he's rubbing his dick raw while he dry humps like a dog.
Yeah. I'm a dog. I'm a dog with this shit.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but yet I would still pick it. I couldn't ever wear a condom under my clothes.
Couldn't or wouldn't or shouldn't.
Couldn't. Couldn't.
I couldn't bring yourself to, or couldn't physically.
I can't physically do it.
Can't do it.
I've tried. If you want to bring it there, I've tried. Yeah, it's not good.
This exact scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know how emasculating it is when you're walking around and a condom falls out of your pant leg. Huh? Do you know how much that sucks? You're in a Kroger.
What is?
And a condom falls out of your pant leg.
Well, you say emasculating. Maybe it's pretty cool. Maybe everyone's like, "Oh, this guy fucks." Obviously, this guy fucks.
Let me assure you.
Condom just fell out of his pant leg.
Let me assure you that, and this is with every ounce of confidence I have.
Yeah.
No one in that Kroger would think that shit is cool. If you left what looked like a used condom on the floor, it'll look used.
I mean, define used, I guess.
Any condom that's out of its wrapper and it's just loose is a used condom. I'm not just going to assume, oh, that's not used. Someone just took it out and left it there. No way.
I'm losing it.
Yeah. We also have a third question.
I'm just saying that, like, used condom brings to mind, like, fluids.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
I'm saying whenever I've seen a condom out of its wrapper and it's just like on the floor or something at a park, something, I'm never just assuming it hasn't been used. Because what good is it to me if it's used or not used? I'm not touching it. You know, I'm not going to use it again. I'm not going to, oh, no one used this condom?
Like those, like, old Victorian era, like, reusable shops.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, great. Perfect.
No one's used this? It doesn't look used. I guess I'll just fucking try it out. No way. No, if it's not completely sealed.
Yeah, give it a rinse.
Yeah. No way. I wouldn't even eat a BlackBerry without washing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so I had to catch my breath.
What's the time?
The time?
Yeah. No, not the time.
It's
What's
9:15.
No, what's the time on the thing?
45.
Oof. We got time for one more.
Okay.
Let me read it.
Do you want to?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Dude, you're in a reading mood.
I
The
am.
Valerians put you in a reading mood.
It has.
Yeah.
It's made me smarter,
Okay.
but so tired.
Well, I have to calm myself to read this question, so give me one of those Valerians.
I could run and grab one. I know exactly where they are.
No, I'm fine. Okay. This one is called An Imposter Syndrome's Pickle. I said that wrong. An Imposter Syndrome Pickle.
Let's do actually one more so we have 3 takes of it when I add it.
An Imposter Syndrome Pickle.
Got it.
Sup, fuckers? I am a writer of short stories and such. I am even going to school to study writing, and it was my goal going into college to, by graduating, get published in a literary magazine of any kind. And lo and behold, here I am at the end of my freshman year, and I've just received an email stating that my story, the first thing I've ever sent out, has been accepted for publication in the University Lit magazine. This is exciting, but I feel as though it cannot be that big of a deal because it happened so easily. I know that University Lit magazines are the first step in a career of publishing, but I cannot get over this doubt nonetheless. Please send advice on how to get over these feelings and just let myself be excited. This person's name. P.S. I've attached the aforementioned story if you're interested. Also, you two are amazing, and listening to this podcast every Monday has been the highlight of my week for the past 3-ish years.
Hey!
Much love to you both. Cute.
All right.
Cool.
As I'm not reading that.
They also left their phone number, which is funny.
Their phone number's there.
Yeah.
All right.
Full name, pronouns, phone number, and email.
I'm going to shoot them a quick text to tell them I'm not reading what they sent.
I probably will read it. I haven't read
You
it
might.
yet. I probably will read it after we finish recording.
I do not read books. I fuck them,
no,
as we've already mentioned, but
Well, that's what makes them so, like, alluring to you.
I don't read
It's
them.
like the unknowable, you know? It's like a woman that won't talk to you. Like
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
ignoring fetish kind of thing, yeah.
For sure.
You're like, I don't know what the fuck this says.
And I don't
That's-
care.
No, I don't
I'm
care.
just using it.
Yeah. I'm only judging it by its cover.
Yeah. I'm doing the thing you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
My best friend is an amazing writer. It's actually Jordan again.
It's Jordan again, yeah.
Is an incredible writer.
I like how often you cement the fact that Jordan is your best friend. You're like, fuck any other friend that might hear this. Jordan.
Well, he's
my
the
best friend.
He's
by
the number
way.
one.
He is, and he deserves it.
He's the VIP all-star varsity best friend.
Yeah.
And he's an incredible writer. Super talented.
Yeah.
I mean, just writes like you wouldn't believe, just these short stories. And I hear they're really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really great.
I hear from everyone that they're incredible. But you know what? Jordan doesn't listen to my fucking music ever. Ever.
No.
Ever.
Yeah.
If I have a new EP, if I anything like that, he's
Yeah.
like, that's so awesome. And then we keep playing Smash.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like good for you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know it's good.
Yeah.
He knows it's good.
Uh-huh.
We know we're good.
That's fine.
Why does he need my approval? He doesn't. He's my approval on this fucking 3-stock.
But yeah, that's fine. You're not a reader.
No. To the point where I can't.
Oh, yeah. But I'll probably give it a read. But as far as of right now, I've not read it, so I can't give you any comment on that. But the quandary is they sent it in and it got accepted by their university literature magazine, and they should be excited, but they're like, it happened too easy.
That shit was easy.
Just publishing shit easy.
It's publishing shit easy, and
They've lost the thrill of the chase, I feel.
it seems they've peaked.
Peaked in their first year of university. No.
There is no higher honor when it comes to being a writer as being published in your like college zine or whatever they're talking about.
It's not a zine.
But yeah, I think you could possibly like do some other shit that'll excite you. Why not?
Oh, that's true. I mean, here's the thing. It's if your goal going in was to get published in a literary magazine of any kind. So congratulations, you have met that goal.
Let's give them a round of applause.
A
Come
round of applause for
on.
meeting that goal.
You
did
met
meet
that goal. You did the thing.
That's very cool. And it is, as you said, a first stepping stone. But in the terms of literary magazines, I think you should be excited and you should be proud, but also it's kind of, if you imagine the scope of like being published in literary magazines, your own university one is probably at the lower end of that scope, right?
Yes.
It's probably gonna be the easiest one to get into, which is probably why you don't feel that like, whoa, I can't believe this is happening, because like it is believable that you'd get into it. Not that means that you're not talented. You're not a talented writer.
Lots of people wanted to get into it and didn't.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. So you should absolutely be proud of yourself. But it does mean that you can kind of take that knowledge and being like, oh, okay, in the realm of my university, I'm pretty good. And that should give you a good confidence boost, I think, to apply to other ones. And then, because let's say this happened like towards the end of you being in university, like year 3 or something, you'd be like, oh man, I'm it's getting close to not meeting my goal here, and then that comes through at the last second. You're like, oh, thank God I did it. But this happened right at the beginning, so imagine how much cooler it will be if by the end of your university thing, you're like, I got published like 4 times.
Yeah.
Or something like that,
I met that goal and I
surpassed it, you know? Yeah.
I did so much more.
Yeah. I either met it a couple of times, or I met it to like a degree that I wasn't expecting in like a bit of a more widely circulated magazine or something like that, but this should like really give you a good amount of confidence that you can get accepted into things and that you should still be submitting and be pushing, What I wouldn't do is be like, well, I met that goal.
Well, that
wasn't as thrilling as I expected.
I'll quit now.
I'll stop submitting to
Yeah,
things. Yeah.
I'm done.
But I don't think this is like imposter syndrome, because it doesn't seem like your attitude is, oh no, I don't deserve to be published in this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. It's a bit of a different feeling than imposter syndrome, I think. I think what you're feeling is maybe just a vein of disappointment, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or not disappointment, but it just not quite living up to the feeling you thought you'd have. But imposter syndrome would be more like, oh no, I've been accepted into this huge,
prestigious
big
thing. And they're all going to find out that I'm actually not shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's more what imposter syndrome is. I'm sitting up now to give actually some serious advice, and I'm a little afraid that when I turn this mic arm, it's going to make that noise.
Yeah, it's going to make that noise. Okay.
So
let's just get that out of the way first. Okay.
I'm sitting up.
He's sitting up.
I'm sitting up for this art advice now because I have to be a little bit serious. Mm-hmm. I think when I lay down, like
you get silly.
Yeah, the blood from my cock goes up to my brain.
Yeah.
It gives me cock brain. And I can't take anything like seriously. So I have to sit up when we talk about art.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think this is imposter syndrome. Mm-hmm. And I think it's super important to set many goals. Mm-hmm. Not just like here's my big goal. Like how about this? When I started making music, granted it didn't happen right away, but I thought it was gonna be such a thing that never happened that I would see it, like I would find out about it years later of it happening one time when I was an old man, like, and that is somebody getting a tattoo inspired by my music. Mm-hmm. I like that was like end goal, end game type accomplishment type shit. Mm-hmm. When I was younger and I was on MySpace, I was like, okay, well, what if I did this and what if I did this? And I had many goals, but the kind of outlandish future one was, fuck, what if somebody got a tattoo? Mm-hmm. A permanent tattoo of mine. I was like 16 years old, Yeah. And that happened a few years into me doing flat sound. Mm-hmm. And I thought, whoa. And then since then, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of flat sound tattoos. I see like a few of them a month, probably.
Yeah.
And it rules. It still kicks so much ass.
It does.
But I didn't ever imagine it being something where I was very about. Mm-hmm. And maybe they just, because they got there so quickly, they're already at that point. They rushed there. Because the first time it happened, I had to wait years, and I was very like, holy shit, everybody look at this. Mm-hmm. And I still feel that same way now, kind of, but I'm numb to it more. Mm-hmm. Maybe they rushed into being numb. because it all happened so easy, so quickly for them, that they didn't have all that time of anticipation waiting for it.
Yeah.
Which I think really helps.
Yeah, because
it's
literally the first story that they've ever sent out.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll give it a read. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Sounds amazing.
But yeah, that's somewhat unusual. I mean, I don't know anything about short stories at all, but I know some people who write longer form stuff, novels, stuff like that, and it's pretty much accepted in that stuff that, like, yeah, mate, you probably have to write like 5 books before someone will write you back, you know? So, for sure be proud of it. Yeah. But, that's how goals work. You know, if you meet them early, you're like, oh, surprising. I guess I'll make another goal now. Yeah.
Is this person an imposter? A fraud? A snake?
I don't know.
A prick?
There's no way for us to know that. I can't safely say no.
Laying down gave me a sort of a hoarseness in my voice.
Oh, it's the reflux.
That's actually part of why I'm drinking the alkaline water, is because my silent reflux is like starting to affect my voice, and it's giving me kind of a tired voice when I talk sometimes. And unfortunately, I do like music for a living, so I was like,
You do music and talking. Yeah. It's like most of your shit.
I talk and I do music for a living. That's when I could tell that my reflux is like starting to get bad, is that my voice will just feel more tired.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it sounds fucking hot.
I agree.
But it's not good for like the health of your voice. So yeah, I'd say probably just like drink alkaline water, try some nice calming tea at night, something warm, something with honey in it, and you'll be good.
I have not a similar thing, but I will say that when I was in university, I got this kind of what turned out to be false idea that getting accepted for awards and getting accolades and stuff was like quite easy for me to do, because for some reason while I was in university I was getting scholarships to things, I was getting like featured in stuff, I was getting asked to talk at art galleries that I really loved, I was getting invited to be in group shows at kind of like prestigious universities. I had the fucking Victoria and Albert Museum buy my book. That's
it was
crazy.
Nuts. It was completely nuts.
And I was like, this art shit easy. I have not been accepted for one thing since I left. I have not been accepted for one award since I left. And I still enter awards. And I personally think my work has got better.
Yeah.
But it certainly hasn't got worse. At least it's the same level, you know? At least I have to hope. So nobody tell me if my work has got worse.
Well, I'm just saying if they haven't been accepting it in the last few years, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little derivative sometimes.
Oh my god, don't say that. That's my worst fucking fear.
It's to be derivative.
That is my worst. Don't say that to me.
That's so funny. I don't know how I just honed in on that. I just said a random word. I barely know what it means. And you're like, please don't.
Don't say that to me. I'm so afraid that when I submit stuff, they're just like, she's just like a shit Peyton Fulford. Yeah. But I will say that get it while you can if you're in university, because I think there's just a lot more opportunities are presented to you while you're in like I have to kind of seek them out now, and I do still apply to stuff, but
whereas then they were kind of telling you to do stuff.
Kinda, yeah, but also there was a lot more. Well, I went to university like a little bit late, so I graduated I think I graduated when I was 25. I don't remember. I think so.
Right.
But a lot of the stuff in London, particularly, a lot of the artist openings and open calls and programs are for 18 to 25-year-olds.
Oh, shit.
And I graduated at the latter end of that, and then was, like, not eligible to apply for a bunch of stuff after I left. So I was like, cool, okay. I've been with the adults now. But when you're in with the adults, you're also in with people who have been, like, doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, for a long ass time.
Yeah, I'm like, it was no longer like a young protege. So I will say that while you're young, you should try and like take advantage of those opportunities that are presented to you while you're like in that age range, while you're kind of looked at as someone who's like, you know, oh, a young promising talent to be supported, you know, and and while you're in a university that can give you opportunities like that, take them as much as you can get them, you know, because it doesn't become easier to get stuff in my experience. Not that it really matters, you know, not that it super matters, but it's a little blow to the ego occasionally to me. But I have to learn to not. My Leo sun, man, it really gets in the way.
We're getting into this shit. Okay,
really
everyone.
Gets in the way.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. We're just gonna wrap up here. I never want to discourage anyone who's like older, and I do mean like our age, from like first getting into anything. Yeah. But like, if you're younger, do it now.
Yeah, it means you got more time to work on it.
Do it. And then people give you like so much of it, like so like they're more willing to like invest in you too if you're younger. When I was working with Zach just recently, my manager, and we're like playing with the idea always of just like, do you want to sign? Even just a small deal, a one album off to this one. If we find someone that's good enough, someone that's just you know, nothing huge, you keep all the rights, something. He told me, like, it's going to be harder because you're your age. You know, because you're 30. Yeah. Because when you're like 19, people are just like, oh, like, labels are just, we could look at this little, like, he's so young, just starting and so good, you know?
Yeah, milk this little cow.
You can. When you're already in your 30s and stuff, they're like, oh, God, how many years you got left in them? Oh, sorry, I can't play a show. Why? My back hurts.
My gut's affecting my voice.
Sorry, it's my silent reflux.
Yeah, not to say that you can't start stuff when you're older, because obviously there's so many examples of people doing it.
Do it every single time. But I'm saying if you're young, if you're like in your early 20s and stuff, like go hard. Go super hard. Because going that hard even like becomes a lot harder when you're older too. Because not only because you're tired and your silent reflux, but just having time. You know, having time, because you have like so much more responsibility, so much more like actual adult responsibilities when you're like in your 30s. It sucks. It's the worst.
Yeah. You're constantly just like, all I want to do is write a song and record a song.
I'm always telling you that. I'm like, can we just finish all this other shit?
And there's always something else that we have to do.
There's always something
on
my
like
whiteboard.
Actually quite hard to do that. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I can't. Okay, hopefully, if I play all my cards right, by next month, I could be writing and recording again.
Okay, yeah, I get to write a song as a treat.
God, when I was in my it's just all I had to do. It's all I had to do when I was 16. I wrote I Exist.
Yeah.
The fuck else was I doing? Nothing. Mario Galaxy just came out.
Yeah, you were walking around town with a guitar on your back so that people knew that you were a guy with a guitar. Yeah.
That's all.
trying to hook up. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, you're not very
trying
good.
To dry hump someone.
Please, I'm wearing a condom. Yeah, they're like, this song isn't that good. Hey, you watch your mouth. Okay? 12 years from now, this song's gonna finally pick up momentum.
That's so funny.
It's a long con for me.
It's the longest con.
The trick is just never going away.
Being persistent.
Yeah, if you're just persistent, people will be like, I remember Flat Sound.
Sure.
Yeah, he's been doing it. He's old now.
Yeah. You've been out for so long now that people like have nostalgia about.
Yeah, they're just like, when I was 12, I'm like, stop talking. No talking from you. No, I don't want to hear when I was 12 from you. That scares me. I don't like the idea that when I was releasing Sleep and smoking cigarettes, you were in the 7th grade and now you're talking to me. I don't like when people are just like, when I was 12, a lot of people will be like, when I was 11, I go, you should have been
listening to Kids Bop.
You should have been saying goo goo gaga and not listening to Flat Sound. But then at the same time, in the 5th grade, I was listening to the Insane Clown Posse. Yeah.
And, what's that band? The Offspring, right?
Yeah, The Offspring. Yeah. I was really into The Offspring in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were my first band I got into, was The Offspring.
Yeah.
I heard Pretty Fly for a White Guy, and it was a rap. I was like, all right, this is what I'm
is
into
a rap.
now.
Yeah. And let me tell you, he was rapping.
Yeah, he was almost rapping. He actually was pretty fly for a white guy. Dexter Holland, who now has a hot sauce company.
Well, and wait, you like it, right?
I love it.
You like this hot sauce
I
company?
love it. I forget what it's called.
Dexter Holland's hot sauce.
Dexter Holland has a hot sauce company called something. I don't remember the name of it.
Gringo Bandito.
Gringo Bandito.
Yeah.
And I bought it randomly, just trying new hot sauces, because that's what I do. I'm like, why does my GERD hurt? And I try new hot sauces
and you're doing an episode of Hot Ones by yourself. Yeah.
For no one. I'm sweating and eating for just by
It's in
myself.
front of me. Yeah.
We're trying to watch Bridgerton, and I'm going the whole time. But you know, I'm also supposed to give up spicy foods soon.
Good luck.
I don't know how I'm going to consume calories. I need to put it on every bite. I had a habanero hot sauce that it ruined my night. Like last week.
Recently.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember
ruined
that.
my night and the next morning.
Yeah.
I was just in Oh, here's the thing that I can tell on the show that I don't think I said it on the show. No, there's no way, because it's disgusting. But when I had the habanero hot sauce,
Yeah.
I was really struggling.
I know
was
you
like,
were.
I think we got to pause the show. I'm feeling real. Like, it really
Yeah.
hurt my stomach.
Yeah.
But it was so good. But it was so hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is really hurting my stomach. No, honey, really. You're going to have to pause Broad City. Please.
Yeah, you actually had to like take a break from
Yeah.
eating and leave the room. Yeah.
I left, and then I laid down for a bit,
Yeah.
for a long time, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm good, right? Mm-hmm. The next morning,
Yeah.
I wake up. My stomach's still hurting a little bit. I'm still feeling a little bit icky. Mm-hmm. I go into the bathroom. I take a piss. Tell me why my piss burnt. Tell me why when I went pee, it burnt. It burnt. Billy,
I know.
listen to me.
I was there.
It burnt. I
Yeah.
came back to bed and I was like, my pee burnt. And I was like,
That's not good.
that can't
It's
be
never good.
possible.
Yeah.
That can't be possible. I looked it up. It is.
It is possible.
People on Reddit all over the place were just like, oh yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes? You can eat something so spicy your fucking piss burns?
Your pee burns. That's terrible. It got into the water of your body.
It was in my
we all know
bladder.
that sometimes the other stuff burns.
That's
okay?
fine.
We know that.
okay.
We're used to that.
We're not talking about
That's
that.
that's nothing special. Have you ever consumed so much capsaicin that it seeps into your body's water supply
Your bladder.
and burns your urethra out when you pee?
I heard certain people say like, oh, it's something to do with your kidneys or something like that, implying that my kidneys aren't perfectly healthy, and they are. But other people were like, no, it happens to me all the time if you eat just really, really hot food. And you eat a lot of it. It's not just like you have like one ghost pepper or something. You
Yeah.
eat a lot. And I was putting this on every single bite.
You were being insane.
Every bite had a whole bunch
Yeah.
of it. I was mostly just eating hot sauce.
Yeah. It was crazy to see.
And I
It
was like,
bad.
I don't feel good. And I had to lay down. And then it burnt. Isn't that so weird?
It's
I've
extremely
never
weird.
had that happen.
Me neither, because I'm not insane like you. Yeah.
Anyway. So that's my advice.
Anyway, my pee burnt. But it hasn't burnt since then.
No, it's burnt every time since then.
Oh, well then that's something else. That's something
Yeah, it's
else.
progressively getting worse,
Okay,
actually.
well then we need to have a talk. Yeah.
My glands are swollen, actually. My lymph nodes.
You already messed yourself up for 2 days.
It was like a day and a morning. It was a night and a morning.
24 hours.
Not even. 12.
Okay.
12 hours.
All right.
Yeah,
about-
24. It was most of the next day, yeah. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
So keep writing. And we hope that you submit more. Submit more to your little college thing.
Little college.
Yeah.
Condescending.
Yeah, this little zine that you Sorry, what was the college?
Harvard.
Was it Harvard?
Yale.
Yale?
Columbia. Oxford.
Ask me to name another college.
Name another college.
I cannot.
What? Yes, you can.
Did you say Harvard?
Yes.
So yeah, no. I'm tapped out.
Sorry, that's the one that Rory Gilmore wanted to go to, right? So,
Yeah. That's it for me.
Yeah.
People have this assumption of me because I've written a bunch of flat sound songs. I'm at all smart.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately just not the case.
I like that about you.
That I'm just like not educated to the point of it like it's insufferable to be around.
It's not insufferable to be around.
It's insufferable to be me. I'm around me all the time, and I'm insuffered.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. You gotta live in your own head, which is a mess as far as I can tell.
It's like someone TP'd my brain as a joke. It's like I TP'd my brain.
Yeah. With socks.
Yeah.
Socks all over it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Are we finished?
What's the time?
We finished with it's 111.
Whoa.
It was almost exactly 11111.
Huh.
Scary.
That is kind of, well, or romantic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 1111 and then a 1.
Another one.
Yeah. This has been All the Space in Between. My name is Mitch.
My name is Billy. We answered all 3 emails this episode.
We did it.
Go us. Very rare nowadays.
I feel like we went into a lot of tangents there, but we managed to get through all 3 of them.
When don't we go on a lot of tangents, though? If you have a question that you'd like us to read, actually, we loved all the questions that we got this week. They were all very good and funny, so we might go back to them. But we always want more. You guys are on a roll. Send us more good questions, please. Or stories, or just emails of any sort. Our email address is
allthespaceinbetween@gmail.com. And if you liked this episode for some reason, and you think for some reason other people might like this episode as well, there is just simply nothing more better that you can do for us in our show than tell your friends. Or tell random strangers about the show. Or tell your enemy about the show. Or tell your parents about the show.
maybe tell your enemy, find some common ground, start to laugh about it.
Start to squash that.
Decades-long wounds are healed.
Oh, some old type of
Family feud.
some family. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That passed down generations, an old rivalry, a family rivalry.
Yeah.
That is
All of a sudden.
poof, it's gone because you guys are just laughing and hanging out.
Yeah.
There's like an old radio like from the 1950s and it's playing our podcast.
Somehow.
And they're like sitting on the floor
Yeah.
and on the couch, and they're
Yeah.
kind of like hands on their chin when they're on the floor, and they're kicking their legs and they're laughing at the concept of cock brain. That could fix something.
Yeah, they're rolling around laughing. They're literally ruffling,
They're
rolling on the floor laughing.
Wow.
And then they roll too far. They bump into each other. You see a glint in their eye that you've never seen before. Enemies to lovers.
Whoa.
And it's all because of us.
And then you look on the floor and someone's ass is just there because they laughed their ass off. Huh? Give me at least that. Yeah.
It's terrible.
They lamowed right down the floor. Why can't they?
They ruffle-coptered.
I think that's it. New episodes, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.